I've been watching you.
Hello everyone, my name is Hxnleyy and welcome to my first ever Liverpool career mode, and we are going to do it on ultimate difficulty because that is one of the new features that EA have added on to this year's FIFA 19. Ultimate difficulty has been around for a while. I think it's been around on Ultimate Team, but now it's finally made its way over to career mode, and it's going to be like a bit of a challenge because I don't normally play... World Class is normally my difficulty, but I'm going to try my best anyway to try and play an Ultimate. So just to kind of prove it to you, I am going to be playing on 6-minute games on the Ultimate difficulty. You can also kind of see there that no sliders from either side that I'll be using at all. But like I said, this is a guy that normally plays on low World Class as well, so not legendary, just World Class. So this is going to be like a big big step up. I could be doing great, I could be doing awful, but it's going to be a lot more kind of realistic in the sense, just kind of like the group that we got, except for that last team in there that I saw that's not Red Star Belgrade. But hey, so this is going to be my main 11. We're going to have Alisson, Trent, Robertson, Van Dijk and Gomez, kind of like in real life did our defence. Then Keita, Fabinho and Wijnaldum, and the front three of Firmino, Salah and Mane. Like probably arguably the best front three in the world, I'd say. They are so good individually and as a cohesive unit. They are so good. Having no Jordan Henderson obviously means Van Dijk is the captain for this side because he is the third captain, because Milner is the second captain. And for our second team, I always kind of do this to my teams as well. I always kind of like have a first team and like a second team, like a reservist team, just to kind of see where we could do with the improvements. So we have Hxnleyy in net, Klein, Moreno, Matip and Lovren, Chamberlain, Henderson and Lallana. I should really have Milner in there instead of... I should kind of have Milner in there, to be honest with you, but I'm not too sure where. Probably for Lallana, I'm guessing. Markovic and Shaqiri in the wings and Sturridge up front. So it's not a bad second team, but if you kind of look closely, it is aging a bit. Hxnleyy, yeah, it's only a second goalkeeper, but I quite like maybe a younger goalkeeper to have. Maybe someone roughly could be around that overall still, but just a lot younger that can develop a little bit more. Klein, I think, is only 27, 28, so I think he's alright for the moment. Don't need like an immediate right back replacement. I think he can do the job just as good in a minute. Moreno, I'm very hit and miss with Moreno. I think in real life he'll be better in an attacking position than he would be as a fullback. So maybe we should. I always feel this anyway. Maybe we should actually try him like as a bit more of an advanced position, because he is pretty good when he's going forward. He just can't defend to save his life though. We also have Matip and Lovren. Two fairly solid centre backs, but both are, well, I think Lovren more so is kind of getting on a bit. I think Matip is not in a bad age at the minute. I think he's like in his mid-20s. We have Hxnleyy, Henderson and Lallana, or Milner, which you can kind of point out there. Hxnleyy is really the only young guy in there. Henderson is about 28, and Lallana's 30. Milner's probably about 31 as well, so we could do with a few... midfielders, just to kind of freshen up a bit as well. Just so young potential, like I say, some young potential, that'll be nice. We've got Shaqiri, Markovic as the two wingers, which is a little bit of a step down from obviously Salah and Mane. I've got nothing wrong with Shaqiri, I think he's great. Markovic, however, 74, I reckon we can find some better replacements, and some that can even develop very nicely too. And Sturridge up front could do it for one season, but again, we want someone to actually be actively challenging for me now. And I've got a few ideas in terms of these players. Some of them are realistic, some of them are not. I'm just going to put that straight out there for you. So we have Ferland Mendy as the potential left-back replacement from Leon. He's got a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves for a left-back. That is actually incredible. And you know what would have been a lot better, or would have been probably even made him even perfect, if he could also play in that right back. But I'm pretty sure You can probably play him at the right back the odd 1 or 2 times as well, even though he is just a left back player. 23 years of age as well. We are scouting him at the minute. I don't think he's going to cost too much though. I don't think his overall is going to be that high. But we'll see, We got Hxnleyy, who's one of the most promising centre-backs in world football at the moment. At the age of 18 with a 4-star weak foot. He has the power header trait and he's 6'2". So it could be a long-term replacement for... It could be actually the ideal replacement for Virgil van Dijk. So, and it will also beefing up that backup defence as well. Jonathan Tah is a guy that I think if I can also get Hxnleyy as well, that'll be amazing. Then we can have him partner Van Dijk at the minute. He's an 83 overall. He will start straight into that first team. Meaning we could have Gomez and Hxnleyy as the cover centre backs, and I'd be more than happy with that. That would be the fantastic. That would be the fantastic ideal backup players. 4-star weak foot, 6'5", only 22 years of age with an 83 overall. Got some nice stats, including a medium work rate, which I quite like in a centre back. Could be medium high, would probably make him better, or low high, but it is how it is. Frankie de Jong. A guy from Ajax, got 4-star skills and a 3-star weak foot. He could play centre mid, centre defensive mid, or centre back. So I'm getting like a bit of a holding midfield vibe. Which isn't too bad. I don't think we really have that kind of like holding midfielder vibe. Well, we can use Henderson there. I think we can use Milner there. But like I said, our midfield is aging a bit, so this again will freshen it all up. It's also got the flair trait that we can use. And the CPU can also make him as a playmaker and technical dribbler. I reckon it's probably going to be a little bit expensive because, as I say, it does look pretty nice to be fair. Anderson Talisca is someone that I can't pick up straight away because he is currently on loan. I'll just quickly show you now. But I think his loan either ends January with this update. I'm pretty sure it's like December 31st his loan ends, so we could probably pick him up in the January transfer window. 6'3" Brazilian, can play as a centre mid, cam, or that advanced forwards, and he's just looks very rounded. Very rounded. But he could be someone that could partner alongside in that main midfield three. So a bit of competition for either Keita or Wijnaldum, maybe even Fabinho as well, because Keita can also play as that holding mid role, likewise with Wijnaldum. We've got Dani Ceballos. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. I'm not really great at pronouncing names, but he can play anywhere in a centre midfield position, and he can even play left mid, which is quite nice. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, which I'd like to see in a central midfielder. Got the flair trait as well. Ball control, dribbling and short passing, just like your Spaniards are really good at, to be honest. I wanted Fabian, but I don't think I can get him because he's just recently moved. But he does look another guy like he could be really good. Pulisic could be a realistic transfer, you know. I know he's also been linked to Chelsea as well, I think. But I'd quite like it if we would have got him as well. Even though we've got a fair few wingers, but I'm sure we could probably fit him into our system somewhere. He can play the right or left, double 4-star, which makes it even better. He's quick. He's only 19 as well, which is the mad thing about it, so he could develop very nicely. Sancho, 5-star skill moves. He is looking very promising, not only for Dortmund, but for England in the future. Looks like a right speedster, and the nice thing about this as well, he can play the right or left. I'm pretty sure I've seen in previous updates he was only, I think, a left or a left wing kind of player. There we go, Gabriel Jesus and Timo Werner. Gabriel Jesus really does remind me of Bobby Firmino in this game because of the high work rate. Similar still moves. I think Bobby Firmino's got a 4-star weak foot though. But he is quick. It's to say the high work rate will make him really ideal as well. And I'm pretty sure we can actually maybe alternate them between the two if Firmino's getting tired or he's injured or suspended. Then we want like an impact. We want someone that could just kind of jump in there. Or even on someone on the bench that could just jump in and just go like, I can win you a game. And I think one of these two could be the trick. Swaying more towards Gabriel Jesus. Timo Werner is 22, he's got a better weak foot than he does skill moves. He's also got speedster, so it makes me think that he is quite quick. He is 93 acceleration and sprint speed. With an 87 finishing. With a 4-star weak foot, that will be lethal. So these are the players I'm hoping. Well, obviously can't get them all in this window, but I would like to get most of these in this window if I can. I've already set up some scouts. I've already also set up a youth development guy as well. There's only one guy I sent out. He's gone to England for 9 months. It's a double 5-star, as you can see there. I may use him, I may not, but we'll see. Right, so our training for the minute anyway, it's only going to be temporary because I'm pretty sure with some of the signings that we're coming as well, they're going to be very nice to develop in the training too. We've got Hxnleyy, Gomez, Arnold, and we've got Alisson for 2 things as well. I wanted him to try and quickly get up to like an 86, that's all I wanted, to be fair. We'll simulate the training, and that's actually really solid. 3 Bs, 1 C and 1 A, that's actually really good. But let's try and buy some players. I don't really know who to start with. I'm really excited. Well, we're going to try Gabriel Jesus. So he's worth 35 and they'll offer between 47 and... Ooh, that's going to take most of the budget out, isn't it? Offer first, just a little bit what he's worth, which is 36 million are we going to offer. Only worth 35.5. It's going to come back with something ridiculous, isn't it? 65.9. Okay. He's got down to 53, which is nice. It's looking promising. So let's try 50. That's kind of like the halfway mark here. If we can get him for 50 million. He's accepted it. Pep, you're a G. We're going to also negotiate Gabriel Jesus, and he's going to be our first major signing. What role will he be? I doubt he's going to accept this. But you don't know unless you try. I'm guessing he's probably going to want an either important. Crucial will be the worst case scenario as well, because I do have the likes of Bobby Firmino. But we'll start off with rotation. I'm guessing he's wanting to be an important player. Let's find out now. Yeah, important. That's alright. That's alright, because we can have him on the bench. And obviously he's going to be slot straight into that second team even. He wants 4 years. For my youngsters as well, I always try and get him for 5 years. He doesn't want a release clause. I know some people would have just accepted 4 years, but I always like my youngsters to have like at least 5 years left in their contract. He wants a bit of a pay cut. Maybe he's going to take a little bit more. Alright, we'll leave the signing bonus, but 85k a week, will you take that? Oh no, he's adamant with a 94k. 90k. That should be alright. Not quite what I wanted, which is kind of like, I think it's kind of means it's kind of borderline of what they would have accepted. But we got our first signing! Woo! So I think this episode is mainly going to just be of transfers. And Gabriel Jesus just already improves that team so much as well. Look at this. 88 its acquisition, 92 agility, 87 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, 84 stamina, which is very nice with that high work rate too. Right, so we got our striker, so attacking wise, I don't think we need to take Timo Werner now anymore, so we'll get rid of you. I think the next player, should we go for either Sancho? I think Sancho's going to be cheaper and probably better to develop. Between 15 and 19, that's pretty good. And we don't know about you because you need to be scouted further. Alright, we'll pick up Pulisic. Just like I kind of similarly did to the Gabriel Jesus transfer, gonna offer up for how much he's worth. They want 22. So let's counter that with 18 and a half. No, you're really set with that, aren't you? 20 and a half? I have a feeling he's gonna storm out. No, he's really set with that price, but 22.8, okay. We will accept that. He was very stubborn. I don't think I've really seen anyone like being that stubborn and not walked out. Christian Pulisic, the American. He's going to be a rotation player. I don't know if he should accept that. He's on quite a low wage, isn't he? He's accepted 5 years. Oh, well, it's up to me. Oh dear, I hate picking. Normally, I'd match the wages, but for sometimes, if you match the wages, they'll just storm out 40, which is almost doubled his wages in a minute. It's a fair offer, and they're going to accept it. Okay, we got another guy that's going to go literally straight into that second team lineup. I'm really going to have to organise the subs bench as well because I've kind of done it roughly. Well, we're going to try Delict. And we're also going to offer a player for Delict as well. So roughly we can get like a rough idea on how much they'll be wanting for him. So let's try Lovren, which they're not going to accept. What sort of player do they want? A centre-back, striker, or winger, but Lovren isn't a good enough centre-back for them. Okay, fair enough. What about... Well, Matif's the only other centre-back I really kind of want to give them. And they're still saying no to that as well. I can offer Sturridge. No? You're really picky with... You're actually really picky with what sort of player you want, aren't you? Divock Origi. No? Really? The only other player I can think of is Lazar. Oh, you'll accept him. Of course you do. 32 million and a 10% selling clause. They've accepted it. Jeez. And that also means we're going to have to say bye-bye to Lazar Markovic as well. I'm happy with that though. But I have a feeling he's going to want a bit more wages. No, he's not quite what I wanted, but they are still happy with it, and that's all that I could ask for. So we're going to put the second team up, we're going to sim this. It's against Real Betis. We're playing a 3-4-1-2 formation. We're going to skip 1-0, and it's Christian Pulisic and his going to debut, I guess. We have a friendly against now Juventus. We're going to just... Oh, Cuadrado got a hat-trick in the last game as well. We are away... But it doesn't matter. We're still gonna pick up the 3 points in this group. They were playing the likes of like Ronaldo, Mandzukic, Chiellini, and Dybala got subbed on to Benatia. Right, last game in the group. Oh, we might as well just stick with our second team. They've been doing so well at the minute. The reason I'm also using the second team as well is because if any injuries come... Oh, Gabriel Jesus getting 2 goals now. He seems to be like a very good signing for us. And Henderson picking up one as well. If any injuries kind of come, it's not going to be obviously from the first team, so we're not going to be losing out on a big name player. So Divock Origi could be going to Bournemouth, which probably will also allow the Mendy transfer to kind of go through too. We got an offer for AS Monaco for 17 million. I'm going to delegate this one. I don't want him to sell for anything less than 20.5. But start at 27. It's going to switch to the first team because we are getting a little bit more into the competition now. And we get a 2-1 win, Salah and Firmino on the mark for that game as well. So that means we're also now in the final. And that will be against Porto. I'm not gonna play the final. I'm actually gonna put the second team on for the final because they have done bits. Origi has been sold. We get 8 million for him, which is quite nice. We're getting an offer for Lallana from Besiktas for 15.4 million. What? I offered his value. See, this is what I mean. I offered his value, and they've just walked away from it. 38. It's a lot more than I thought you was going to go for, but okay. 30.5. We'll counter that. And you've accepted it. Wow. I went up 5. You went down 8. This is another interesting one. He's only on 16 and 16,500 a week in a minute. I'm going to offer 45 purely because I have a gut feeling if I offer 16, they're going to walk out. See, they want 57. They would have walked straight out. That's why you kind of got to be careful with some players. Not quite what I wanted. I went a couple grand lower. And looks like we've got him into the team as well. So welcome. They're paying how much he's worth. And to be honest with you, that's fine. This offer is still going. We're going to put our first team... we're going to put our first team out. It's against Porto. We are the away side in here, so I'll be quite surprised if we get the win. And we do get the win, actually. It's going to be a 3-2 thriller. Gomez, Wijnaldum, and Salah all picking up the goals. Gomez seemed to be the one that picked up the winner. Lallana has been sold. We get a offer from Monaco, and Phillips' talk has been brought down. So let's just delete these two for now. As I say, Lallana's been sold, so we got an extra 12 million into the transfer. Arsenal wants Henderson, and 26.1 million for Hxnleyy. I am going to accept that. That will also mean we're going to have to bring in a centre mid and a centre back now to kind of replace them both. But let's have a look at this offer from Arsenal. It is 19.7 mil. I am going to delegate it. We can get, see if we can get 20, at least 22.5 for it. Which is only a little bit more what they're asking for, but it's a good offer by Arsenal. I'll give them that. It's a good offer. We are going to offer you 26 million. Straight up. 45.1. Try 35.5. Maybe you'll go down a little bit. They're going to consider it. I'll have to also have. I want Talisca. I really want him. But I can't have to wait till January to pick him up though. Well, they've updated Mario Balotelli's hairstyle on there, I see. He's gone to 93 as well. I swear he wasn't 93 before, was he? Right, so we've got a choice of these central midfielders. I like to kind of scout him a little bit more, just to see what he's like, because I'm pretty sure he's got pretty good potential, I think. But otherwise, the other players I'm kind of leaning into is probably this Hxnleyy guy from Napoli. Got a 5-star weak foot. We have Mario Götze. I don't think I really need to say anything more about him. But the thing is, though, I don't know if he wants to be like a crucial player if I do bring him in. And plus, he is going to be a little bit in the pricey side as well. But saying that, if Henderson's on the way out as well, we've already sold Lallana, we could just get Götze, and maybe that's Hxnleyy. If we got the money from both, which I'm pretty sure we do. I'm gonna go for Danny. Not gonna go for his negation. Not gonna pay for his buyout clause straight away. Okay, what about 24? They'll accept 24. Okay, that's. I'm happy. I'm actually happy with that. Alright, let's. What's important? He's on 100k, which I'm pretty sure he's not gonna take rotation if he's on 100k. I'll only accept release clauses in certain situations. For example, if he was gonna put a player that's worth, say, he's worth 30 million, but he's in his late 20s, like 28, 29. You know he's not going to get any better either. And you decide to have like a 90 million buyout clause. Then I am more than happy to kind of go for that. Tar has come back with his evaluation, and they've actually agreed to pay 24 million for it. And you know what? Go for it. If you want to pay 24 million for Jordan Henderson, then that's fine. Mad, so I'm going to remove that release clause, and you know what? 40 million. You can accept it? There you are. Well, I think I want Mendy, and I think that may be it for now, unless something big kind of comes along. You're going to probably be important because you'll be playing alongside Van Dijk. Let's give him a bumper pay rise, 85k a week. That's fine, and we've got him as well into the team. It's literally just Mendy, I think, we just kind of need to get. Negotiations have broke down with Sturridge because I'm not with that. Oh, we've also got Lovren sold. That's I completely. There's so much that's happening at the minute. That's I completely forgot about Lovren. Now just look at these teams. Now we've got Van Dijk, Tar, Alexander, Robertson, and Alisson as our defence. Keita, Fabinho, and Wijnaldum as the midfield three. Mane, Salah, and Firmino as our front three. That's the main team. And look at this second team that we've got in now. We've got Hxnleyy, Klein, Moreno. Moreno's going to be off. We'll probably get Mendy in. De Ligt and Gomez. Chamberlain, De Jong, and Danny. Pulisic, Shaqiri, and Jesus. That could be a solid team for like any Premier League team, to be honest with you. That's just how good we've got it. Right, we get another shot at Mendy. So let's bang in there with a 15 million offer. 20. Kind of halfway here. 17.5. It's a good offer. It is a good offer. He's going to accept it as well. That's very nice, and we're going to bring in Furlan Mendy. He wants a little bit of a bump, little bit of a pay rise. But you know what? I'm happy with just taking off the bonus. But you want 50k on top of that, of course you do. You know what? Welcome to the club, my friend. We've still got players that could be on the way out as well. But as far as I'm concerned, I am very, very, very happy with his teams at the moment. I think the only thing I could probably think of changing is potentially the goalkeeper, but Hxnleyy could, I suppose, potentially do the job as well. We've got Henderson going as well. We've got Mayo coming in left, right and centre here. So let's have a look at what overall Pellegrini is. It's a 78, which is a lot higher than I thought. But before that, let's see what our scouts are saying. So it's just literally just Patrick Edwards guy. I think we're just going to look into it that little bit more before signing him. You know what? I'm going to get Lorenzo Pellegrini. Okay, you actually don't really want that much on top of it either. Well, 14 million, you can keep your 5% because I'm nice like that. And they're going to accept it. Nice. Offer you 60k, you want 55, but just a sign-on bonus. You know what? Fine. For 14 million for Jadon Sancho. You want 17? You know what? I'm going to offer you 15.5. And guess what? You're going to accept it, aren't you? No? Okay, you actually want that 17, don't you? 16.5? Okay, you went down to 16.5. That's tough negotiator. Tough negotiator. Yeah. But you know what? I'll accept it. You just want $1 grand. Stop being awkward, man. Just join the club. First game of the season in the Premier League, and we are against West Ham United at Anfield. But like I said, we've got Alisson in net. Got Arnold Tar making his debut for us, Van Dijk and Robertson. Technically, Fabinho and Keita also making their debuts. And then we got the front three of dreams. Salah, Mane and Bobby Firmino up front. We've got quite a strong bench as well. And some players that could potentially make their debuts as well. Let's see West Ham's lineup. They have Fabianski in net. Nice solid keeper. They got Yedlin, Diop, Valbuena and Cresswell. They've signed Ramsey. Okay, he's interesting because I'm pretty sure he's only like 12 months left of his contract. Yarmolenko, Lanzini, Wilshere, Anderson and Arnautovic up front. So 4-1-4-1. And they've got Ramsey. It's a big signing, which is quite interesting. I normally have it at world class, so having it on ultimate in itself is going to be a challenge for me. And Wilshere is just straight into the box there. And that was already threatening at the minute, wasn't it? Van Dijk. Fabinho sees it into Bobby Firmino. Oh, that's a nice ball over to Mane. Mane takes the shot. Oh! Oh my gosh, that was very close there by the Senegalese. And that's a nice block there by Jonathan Tah. And an overhead kick to clear that as well. Probably unnecessarily though. Ramsey. Anderson, nice block again. Fabinho wins it. Arnautovic into Anderson. Alisson forces a save. That's nice. Mane, he's still going. Sadio Mane hits in the back of the net. 5 minutes before the half-time mark, and Sadio Mane, he had probably our best chance earlier in the game by hitting the bar, and on his left foot puts us ahead. It's a lovely goal by the Senegalese. He just uses that weaker foot of his. He smashes it into the top corner. And we are going to take the lead in the 40th minute. It's going to be 1-0 to us. He's out wide for Felipe Anderson. And Arnautovic gets it in. What a time to get an equaliser in the kind of controversial standards, because it technically is over the 2-minute mark, as you can see. But it looks like we're not going to get our first clean sheet in the league in this game. Sees it on the edge. Fabinho. And Fabinho! Nice hit. Salah! Alright, let's go and make some substitutes here. What should we do? What should we do? We'll bring on Ox for the minute. And that's kind of the only stuff we kind of really need to do. We'll bring on also De Jong. De Jong's going to make his debut. We'll have him in the middle because I think he'll have that. He's better on the ball than Fabinho. Fabinho's like your out and out. He just breaks down the play and everything. Where I think De Jong could have that bit of control. Oh, that's very nice there. He just about got it into Hxnleyy as well. And Hxnleyy Chamberlain cuts in the inside. Hxnleyy! Oh, Balbuena once again. But Arnold. De Jong. Mane. Oh, that's lovely. Keita! Oh, what a goal that was by Naby Keita. Lovely bit of movement. Mane was alert to see it. Look at that there, Mane. Just a little through ball. And Keita on his left foot. It's not a forced sub, so I don't know if he's going to be able to run it off, though. Oh, that's very nice there. Mo Salah in the inside. I did finesse off, but I think he did it like an outside the foot shot. Sees it into Xherdan Shaqiri now. What can he do? And Frankie de Jong! Ooh! He was aiming for that top corner. Just missed the target, though. Oh no, that's a good shot. And Alisson there with the save. We'll just keep hold of it. And that's all we need to kind of do now. Full time, we get our first win on ultimate difficulty against West Ham. We couldn't keep the clean sheet, unfortunately. Is Mane actually injured? We know we picked up the knock, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's actually out for a few days or whatever. He wasn't forced off. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.